Hello. Hello. I'm a little bit late because I have to pick up some kind of package, and I was trying to figure out. The guy was asking me to go to like a different place to pick it up, but I had had the stream rolling, so they're gonna actually come to me now anyway. I'm gonna have to leave for a little bit. Hold on, camera's not zoomed in. I'm gonna have to leave for a little bit in like 5 or 10 minutes just to pick up the package. Hey Abdullah, nice to see you again. Um, so yeah, I hope it won't take too long. I don't know if he's gonna drive up directly to my house or if I'm gonna have to take the car and drive up my road for a bit. So I might be gone for like 5 or 10 minutes. But I figured it's better to just start the stream now um, than to wait. So yeah, we're here. I thought I could at least take the opportunity to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing, which I actually don't know. I have no plan for today. I was really busy the whole morning doing like market research, trying to come up with a marketing strategy for our clients. Yeah, and then I had to pick up like a package yesterday, which kind of ate into my time. It's rough. How are you, Abdullah? Hope you're having a good day. I also updated my thumbnail a little bit. I thought it'd be cool to include the income and the number of clients we have. So that's that. Yeah, I also uploaded that email video sales letter, which I wanted to show yesterday, which I couldn't. So I'll see if maybe we'll be able to take a look at it today so you guys could see. Because I want to be able to show, hey, how are you? Hey, stranger. I'm all good, brother. How are you? I was just saying that I might have to leave midstream in like 10 minutes or about 5 or 10 minutes because I have to like pick up a package that somebody's gonna be delivering. It's like a 3-piece package. I literally only found out about it today. My mother sent it, didn't tell me anything about it. So yeah, we'll be able to take a look at the email sales letter. It won't be super interesting, like for a lot of you, but maybe for some of you it might help out. It's the video I'm sending as part of my email outreach to our clients. So I'll be able to show that off. Other than that, don't really have a plan for today. How are you, stranger? I don't know if I forgot to ask. Sorry, I'm just a little flustered today. Just very busy, lots of stuff to do, and struggling to keep up with it. I hate when I have to like simultaneously juggle stuff. I really hate when when it feels like I have to be at two places at once. It just really stresses me out for some reason. Really don't like that. What headphones do you use? These are Sony XM5s, I think. Is that what the name is? Yeah, Sony XM5. They were about 200 euro, I think, when I got them. Pretty nice. I don't wear headphones a lot. I usually listen to stuff through my speakers. I actually don't even need these on right now. I'm assuming the stream is working fine because people are in here chatting, nobody's complaining about it. So usually I use it to check if the stream is working well. But other than that, I don't have anything playing in the background. I thought about like maybe occasionally or not occasionally, maybe we could like play some music in the background, but I don't know what I could play that wouldn't be like really shit because royalty free music kind of sucks. I was thinking maybe some video game music, but I'm not sure if the free use right applies to our streams because we're not streaming games. So I thought maybe it would help improve the atmosphere a little bit, or maybe it would be distracting. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Um, so I need to take a look at my list here. Actually, let me create a quick document for stream markers as well. I don't know how to set up stream markers properly on OBS, so I just have a little notepad where I write everything down. Um, I need to take a look at my to-do list and see if there's anything we can actually do right now. I'm probably gonna have a shorter stream today, just because I have so much shit to do. A lot of which I feel like I kind of need to focus, so I think doing it over stream might be a little hard. Um, so yeah, did 50% of this. Need to do that. I'm gonna need to buy a plan for that probably. More money spent. I reconciled my bank this morning. It's been a while since I tracked all of my expenses and stuff, so I figured I should catch up on it. Wanted to see how much I'm spending on the business and stuff. So it's nice to have that up to date again. To see how much I'm spending on food and stuff, you know, quite handy. Same with the business investments, because although like I'm self-employed right now, I don't have like a business setup. When I do decide to set up a business, you can expense up to 3 years of business expenses to write off your taxes. So it's good to have a list of them and have the invoices and stuff. I need to find the invoices for them. I didn't do that. But I have most of them. So it's good to have handy. It'll be useful later. So what is it that we could actually do today? There's a few like miscellaneous tasks I have to do. Like I have to update one of my agreement letters. Maybe we could do that. Kind of boring, but have to do it. I have to export a document from Canva. I have to replace the pictures, otherwise I have to pay for Canva Premium because I'm a dumbass and I let my free trial run out before I finished editing this document I was making. Unfortunately. So, yeah, that's sad. Other than that, what else could we work on? So I have to do some more research on our clients. I have to like find well, actually I got enough ads. I mean, I could check a little more. I could do some more research, but honestly, this is mostly done. Research on landing pages and ads for our client. I need to do the ads. We did the landing pages the other day. Figure out how to build a client's landing page and thank you page. I already have some ideas there. We're going to build it in Webflow and export it to Netlify, which would mean very low expenses for us, especially because it's only going to be like a single page thing. And transferring to the client would be really easy. This Loom thing, it will only be applicable when we actually get a reply from our campaign. Speaking of which, I could take a look at our campaign. Could inform you guys on how that's going. Let's see here. So we've sent 36 emails so far over the last 3 days. Some of those are follow-ups. We only have one reply so far, which kind of sucks. And one of the emails bounced, which also kind of sucks. But it's fine. Still early. So write a guide for myself for what I need to do on the client's account. That's something that would probably not be too suitable for stream. Yeah, so the agreement letter, let me write some of this stuff down because I'm going to forget. Work on the agreement letter and include the financing option. Okay, that's that. I mean, that's pretty much it from the high priority stuff. So I guess we'll do maybe some lower priority stuff. The client dashboard. Originally, I actually had, so I have a client dashboard, which I'm including as part of my offer, but it's not finished. And at first I had it like as a high priority thing to do, but I actually kind of think that it's low priority now or like medium priority. I just took it off the offer and I'm thinking I'll just add it later when it's done instead of like trying to pressure myself into getting it done really fast, because then it might be sloppy. So I just kind of took it off, so it's not really high priority anymore. Could do the outreach system for DMs. I could try to think my way through that, but that I should have some kind of plan at least before I start building that, I think. The invoices, contracts, and payments. Just have the invoices left. I could do that. I could maybe work, finalize the invoice. It could be a little bit more of a chill day today where I just do like some small miscellaneous stuff and we just kind of talk a little bit instead. Create a calculator for measuring an appropriate amount of ad spend based on the offer we're selling for our clients. Yeah, that's something that'll be handy, but again, I think that I should have some kind of plan as to what I'm going to do for that. And then the rest is low priority stuff. Pricing page, that's something that I want to think about. I want to split my offer into being 3 different offers. So we can have one that's like the low budget offer where we just run the ad campaigns. The middle one, which is the main offer, which we're selling, which is the one-time setup fee for setting up the ads, the email nurture system and whatnot. And then a high-end offer, we'd have an anchor offer. I want to be able to do that, but again, probably needs a little bit of planning. Content creation system. Need to make the case studies page. Contact form. Maybe we could try to come up with some kind of contact form for my website. Maybe we could work on the website a little bit. Let me write that down. Maybe that's something I could do. Work on website. Build some kind of form for our contact section instead of the booking calendar. Give the booking calendar as an option on redirect after submitting the form. That might be a good idea. We can split that up. What else could we do? That might be enough for today, since I'm going to be having a fairly short stream. I want to create an ad for our offer, but I don't have the money to advertise right now, so it's kind of low priority. I could create an email nurture system for myself because I don't have one. I have a lead magnet, which I'm using, but I don't have the email system to actually convert people from the lead magnet, so that's something that I should probably do. Work on email nurture system for myself to nurture leads from the lead magnet. Stranger, did you just come in and leave? You didn't answer. I asked you how you are. You didn't say anything. You just started asking about my headphones, which I'm not even wearing right now. So I'm like thinking if now is like a good idea to even start doing stuff, because like I said, I'm gonna have to leave for a few minutes for the package. I just don't know how long he's gonna take to get here. So I figured maybe we'll just talk for a little bit until he comes. I'll leave for a bit, grab the package, come back like 5 or 10 minutes later, and we could get started, something like that. But yeah, there really is not a lot of high priority stuff left to do anymore. We're kind of just waiting on the email campaign. Maybe I should start cold calling. That might be a good idea. You know, I was actually thinking about cold calling today. I thought, wouldn't it be funny to start off a call acting like we know the person, like just being way overly friendly? So I was thinking, what if I call somebody and I'm just like, hey, John, I'm like, hey, John, the fuck, it's goddamn hot today, isn't it? And it's like, who is this? And I'm like, oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's just Dev here. You know, I'm calling in to see, are you guys open to taking any more jobs currently? You know, just super casual like. I thought that it'd be a funny opening line. I think most people probably... The thing is about the opening line is the goal of it is really just to try and get people to talk to you so they don't hang up. So I think that that's one that would work well. Like, some people might get offended by the language, but I think what would likely occur if somebody talked like that is they would think, do I know this guy? And I think that thought would make them curious enough to stay. And if you can get past the first line, usually that's like you're half of the way there if you get past the first line. So, yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm still debating about whether or not I'm going to cold call. I mean, if the email campaigns are not doing well within the next week, like if we're getting no positive replies at all, I might start doing it. Because it would just increase our odds of getting some appointments booked. But yeah, other than that, really don't have much left. All of it is pretty low priority. The thing we're missing most right now is the clients. There's a few things which I still need to finish up, like for that, like the, yo bro, sorry I was late. Parents found one of my sister was making out with one of her classmates. What did that have to do with you? How old is she? And why are you involved? And the kid is there to settle the peace. Got dragged into the argument. Fair enough. What time did you say it is for you around now? Because you said you've been going to sleep earlier, so I'm just wondering. I don't know, bro. I was a bit late as well. I'm actually gonna have to leave for a bit. I'm glad I started, because otherwise I would have been like really late. And I think people are kind of used to me streaming it around this time now. So I actually made a quick like overlay just in case. 6:20 p.m. So your parents forcing you to sleep at like fucking 8 p.m.? Excuse the language? Because that's nutty. That is way too early. Still treating you like you're like 4 years old. Yeah. It's funny, this guy said that he's gonna be like 5 minutes. It's been like 20 minutes. You never trust delivery guys. This guy's nice. He's a nice man. His name is Steve. He's a cool guy. He delivers some of our bigger packages here. Just waiting for him to call me. But yeah, not much else is going on really. Kind of talked about all of it. Just to summarize, our email campaign is going. We've sent 36 emails so far, got only one reply, which is unfortunate. Was really hoping for a few more replies, even if they're just no's. But again, we also have to be wary of who we're targeting. Like, these are landscapers. They don't check their emails as often, most likely. So it might take a few days to get some replies. Other than that, we have that client we need to do research for. I spent this morning trying to develop a marketing strategy, which is not done yet. A lot of that is really just thinking, so I just don't think it's too suitable for stream. I can show the strategy when I'm done, and you'll see the way I've kind of thought through it, the way I've structured it. It'll still make sense. It'll be helpful. But I just don't see the need in actually showing it. Showing the whole process of me thinking through it, you know? It's probably kind of boring, and I wouldn't be able to talk much because thinking is a, you know, high calorie activity. So it takes up a lot of energy from your brain. I don't know how well I'd be able to think deeply and speak at the same time. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Is anybody new here? Anybody we haven't seen before? We get a good few people coming back. which is nice. Always nice to meet new people and see familiar faces. Of course, I understand some people just want to watch and don't want to talk. That's perfectly fine. Makes it a little difficult, though, in these kind of scenarios where I want to talk because I don't want to start the work yet because I'm waiting on this package. So, kind of weird today. What's weird today? Besides the argument, or is that what's weird? Did everything get sorted out? It's tough being I'm assuming she's a teenager. It's a classmate. It's tough being a teenager when you start getting introduced into the dating world. And then some parents, which are a bit too strict, they're like trying to protect you. I kind of get it to a degree. Like, I understand. I would also want to protect my daughter, especially because, and look, I'm not trying to get too controversial here. This is just my opinion. You can live your life however you want. But virginity is pretty important for women for relationships. If they want to have a really good relationship with somebody who is worth being in a relationship with, and not just get her heart broken and dumped by some random popular, loser. So I would want to protect her as well. But it's kind of tough because when it comes to that, there's not much you can really do about it, you know? There's not much you can do. They're going to do it anyway if they want to. So the best thing that you can do is try to educate them and teach them and explain to them well enough so that they don't want to. That's your best bet. Because there's only so much that you can actually do. Like, forcing them not to do it and saying, oh, if you do this, you'll get punished, is not a good solution, because all that's going to happen is they're just going to hide it from you. You know, they're going to do it behind your back, and you'll either find out or you won't. So I'd rather my kids be honest with me. So instead of putting these kind of like limits, I would rather just try to educate them and just hope I did a good enough job that they understand that what I'm telling them to do is the best thing for them. So, yeah. It's my philosophy on that. What's virginity? The Virgin Mary? Yeah, surely you know, right? If you don't know, then I don't think I should explain to you. Sorry. I'm gonna turn on the AC. 1 sec. You know what we can do while we wait? Somebody give me something to draw. We could draw something. We could add to our little dude with the dunce cap that the people on the short stream cannot see. If you go to the horizontal stream, you can see the dude. Look, I'll show you. There he is. Beautiful man. He's wearing a dunce cap. Then I'm gonna ask my mom. Yeah, you should. Go for it. She's the perfect person to learn from for that. Draw a tree. Sure, let's go for it. I'll move this over so anybody who doesn't want to switch can see. Drew an apple as well. Beautiful. Yeah. There's our tree. Beautiful tree. What a beautiful piece of art. All right, Screep. I'm back. Yo, my mom mad. What she mad about? Still about the daughter thing? I think there's the package there. There he is. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. So you guys just hold on a minute. Okay? I need to go get a package. Hey, I'm back. Don't know if anybody's still waiting for me. Sorry, how long was I gone? Didn't pay attention to the time. One sec. Alright, well, I hope I wasn't gone too long. He's a nice guy. He actually figured out his trailer problem. He just detached it before he went in. Look like assistant. Me? Assistant for what? You better. I saw that. I saw your message. Look like assistant gay. I look like a gay assistant. A gay assistant for what? What kind of gay assistant? I want to hear. Explain yourself. I want to know. I'm curious. Look like assistant gay. Very interesting state. You're handsome as fuck. Okay, thank you. So we have one guy, look like assistant gay, and another guy, you're handsome AF. Great. Duality. Yin and yang. Somebody else is gonna come in here and say I look like a wrinkly ball sack or something. We need one of those. Somebody in the middle, you know? Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna put my phone on silent and we are ready to start. Oh, holy voice break. God damn. Holy. One more message. Okay, I'm putting my phone on silent now. I need to focus. Just a gay assistant, simple. You feel bad. I look much better than you. I don't know what you look like. I mean, if you do, congratulations. I'm happy for you. You know, good for you, brother. Maybe learn a little bit of like humbleness. It would probably make you a little more attractive, personally, I think, than going into other people's chats and telling them they look gay and that you look better than them. You know, personally, think a little humbleness is attractive. What do you do? I'm about to. Why is this going through? I fucking put it on do not disturb. Fuck off. What do you do? I run a digital marketing agency. We're building it up from scratch. We're on his assistant game working. You need help, brother. Get some help. We run a digital marketing agency, building it from the ground up. I'm showing everything I'm doing behind the scenes that's important. Anything I don't do on stream, which is still obviously a lot, I explain at the start of stream. I go through everything that needs to, you know, that we need to talk about, that I've done. I show you all the stuff I've done. The first thing we're probably going to start with today, I'll show you the email sales letter that I made, which we're going to send as part of our email outreach when people say yes. Bro, can you lend me 20 pound? I don't have any money. I'm running out of money. If I don't get any paying clients anytime soon, I'm going to go broke. So I can't. Sorry. When I close, you know, I made this deal with somebody else. You're the only person I'm going to make this deal with again. If you want, when I close my first client, my first paying client, I'll give you the 20 pound. Actually, I'll give you 10 pound. Bro, I'll give you 30. Okay, no, fuck off. You lost it. You lost it. You ruined it. I'm not giving you shit. There was another guy that came in here actually asking for 10 pounds. He comes around here sometimes. His name's Gordon. I told him, he asked me for 10 bucks and I was like, look, when I close my first client, I'll give you the 10 bucks. Just screenshot this, remind me, come back, and I will give it to you. Now, that was before you said it. Too late, brother. Sorry. I only saw it afterwards. You ruined your chance. That's what happens when you beg too hard. That's what happens when you're ungrateful. What do you sell? We sell digital marketing services. So we sell, primarily I sell a specific offer. It is Facebook ads and a complete done-for-you sales funnel. We build your landing page, your thank you page. We build, we make your ads, we run Facebook ads, leads campaign, bring people to your landing page, convert them, and then send them emails for anybody who doesn't book in through the funnel, so to make them book in. That's the general overview of how it works. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgive you, but I'm not gonna take it back. You know, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Maybe next time you'll be a little nicer. Can I pay you to promote my YouTube channel? My YouTube channel is too small for you to want a promotion from me. Take a look at my subscribers. There's nobody here. We get some viewers on the streams since I've started a couple weeks ago, so those guys are nice, but your money would be better spent somewhere else, not here. I'm glad you think I'm cool. If you think I'm worth paying, you probably assumed I have a bunch, which is nice. That's a good message. Look, I'm gonna leave. Sorry about what I said. You don't have to leave. Look, I forgive you. I get it. Sometimes it's fine. Look, jokes are jokes. Being mean is being mean. Sometimes people just have a bad day. It's all good. I don't hold grudges. You know, you're welcome to be here. I appreciate anybody who watches. But if you do go, I hope you have a wonderful day. Can I donate? No, I'm not partnered on YouTube. So unless you want to send a bank transfer or crypto, I'll take crypto. I got a friggin' ass whooping, bro. At least I can use my phone. What did you get an ass whooping for? It's like, were they just in a bad mood from what happened with your sister earlier, so they just decided to take it out on you or something? What the hell did you do? What's your PayPal? I don't have PayPal. Look, it's fine. I don't need money. I want to make it legitimately. I guess it technically would be legitimate, but I don't have like the spaces set up for donations yet. Best thing you could do is just hang out. I appreciate that. I like you being here. You're welcome here, Quantum FX. You know, I'm just happy to have you here. Happy to be able to talk to you. Really appreciate it. You sure, bro? I mean, look, I just don't have the stuff set up. It's fine. I just, you know, it's cool. Hope I don't go broke though. I did my bank reconciliation this morning. Oh, that's unfortunate. Phone's about to die. That's sad. Goodbye. Thank you. I feel bad what I said. I'm gonna sub to your channel. Oh, good. It's fine. Look, we get some people. There was a guy in here earlier, a few days ago, called Heisenberg. He came in. He was a real hater from the start. And then he came around, and now he hangs out here sometimes. So maybe you'll be the same. Came in, a little hostile, but then turn around. It's all good. Spread the love and positivity. I subbed. Thank you. I appreciate that. What language you use for development? I am not a programmer. I am not a programmer. For asking what virginity is, bro, why? What did I do? Are you? I really hope you're joking, because to get an ass whooping for asking what virginity is, you must have a fucking abusive household. That sounds rough. That is the worst way to introduce your kids to sex. Beating their ass when they ask about it. That's brutal. They're probably in a bad mood from the sister thing earlier, and now the other kid is asking about virginity, so kind of get it. But no, that's a brutal response. I am Python and C++. That's really cool. Do you do like game development or something? I've always wanted to be a programmer. How come there's so many programmers coming in here? I had another guy that builds SaaS platforms, had another guy who does some other programming, can't remember anymore. Bro, keep going, you got this. Thank you. You're Islamic, bro. You can be my Islamic bro as well. Appreciate you having here. Appreciate you having here? Brain, what the fuck happened? I appreciate you being here. That's what I meant to say. Personal though, not stuff. Okay. You're gonna beat the Matrix. Yes, we're gonna escape the Matrix. I call it the program. It's a little bit more boring, but my enemy is the architects, the people who are in charge of everything. Gotta beat it, stick it to them. And then when I escape the Matrix, I'm gonna give 10 bucks to Gordon. Not Ramsey, different Gordon. And then maybe Quantum FX. I'll think about it. Could you give me a shout out? I mean, is me saying your name not a shout out? Quantum FX edits. There you go. Again, like I don't have a lot of subs. Doesn't make sense for you to have a shout out. Really working to develop an online store. For what? What do you want to sell? And where are you developing it? I know how to build websites. I know a little bit about programming, like just basic JSON and HTML, but I don't know how to make like apps or anything. I know how to build websites though. I use Webflow. Built my own website. It's pretty good. Webflow is nice. I'm glad I switched. I started with Wix originally, but then I switched to Webflow. Webflow is much better. I should have asked Google, bro. Yeah, you should have asked Google. Google should be your primary source for any information before your parents, because depending on what you ask them, seems like they're going to beat your ass. So you got to be careful, brother. You'll learn a valuable lesson. Never trust your parents. Isn't that what always ends up happening? Your parents are just too mean. This kind of ties in with what I was talking about earlier, how if you hide things from your parents, or if you say things and they beat you for it, you're just not going to tell them. You're still going to start hiding everything from them. I use HTML every day, also Java. I use Notepad for it. Are you in college or something? How come you're doing programming? Do you work? What is it that you do? What businesses are you making? So I'm making a digital marketing agency. We sell Facebook ads and done-for-you sales funnels and just general marketing stuff. We got our first client yesterday on a revenue share model, so not an upfront payment, but there's the potential for making a little bit of money. They're from Nigeria, so even then it wouldn't be a lot of money. But I thought it's fine. We'll take the opportunity. You know, there's the opportunity to get some experiences, maybe a testimonial and stuff at the end of it. So, bro, what is sex? Go to Google for this one. You use the lesson you just learned. Just ask Google. I use Notepad for making websites, nothing fancy. Cool. How much have you made so far? I haven't made anything so far. We're still new. We only started 2 weeks ago. But I got my first client on, like I said, like a revenue share model. So if we get them results higher than what they're getting now, we will take a percentage of sales above that. Hey, Aaron. Welcome back. What emoji is that? TwitchCon hype. Haven't seen that before. Beautiful, though. I love it. When did you start? So I started a few weeks ago. A few months ago at this point. I actually built my offer. Started studying half a year ago. Learned a lot of stuff about marketing. Then I built my service. Learned more. And then I started properly like doing outreach literally like 3 days ago. Up to then, I didn't do any outreach. So now we started. So it's cool. Who's your first client? It is a hotel amenities supplier. What are you building, bro? So, yeah, you were here before, right? I am multi-streaming. You said you sent me a LinkedIn request like 4 days ago. You did not. I did not get anything. Sorry, bro. Phone's on 1%. Got to go. I'll be back, though. Yeah, go plug it in. Yeah, I think he is cool. Yeah, I am multi-streaming. I always prefer the horizontal format, but the vertical one seems to get a lot more... It shows it to a lot more people for some reason, I guess, because it shows in the shorts feed and a lot of people are watching that. It's kind of a shame that the vertical shorts don't count towards the partnership hours. So, you know, that's kind of sad, but alas. Real. Yeah. Can I add you on Insta or LinkedIn? Whichever you want. I'm everywhere. If you look up my full name, like on the YouTube channel, you will find everywhere. It won't be tough. One Hunter biggest fan. Who is One Hunter? You a gooner? I am not a gooner. Are you a gooner? Sounds like you're projecting. Shows that I'm following you, so I must have sent it. Ah, you probably clicked follow instead of connect. That's probably what happened. Chat, does he goon? No, I don't goon. Definitely not on stream. How would chat know? I'm a gooner 4 times daily. At least you're... So are you just trying to build like a community? You're trying to find other gooners so you guys can goon together? You could play that, what's that game called? Like, fucking Soggy Biscuit? or something? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, wanker, that's crazy. Yeah, bro needs a hobby. I understand it now. Bro has become enlightened. That's crazy. Be right back. Yeah, all good. Nice, nice. Bro, get into game dev. I don't look. I don't know how many of you guys are new. Well, actually, no. I could kind of tell. There's quite a few new people in here. The whole thing is, I don't have a lot of time left. I have about 90 days in total. So we're on day 15. I have about 90 days before I run out of money, and I can't afford to live. So I have to make this business work. If I switch to something new, I'm boned. I'm not gonna have enough time. So I kind of have to stick with this. Look, if it were up to me, what I would love to do, I would love to just stream video games. That's my dream. I'd love to do that. Kind of like, I'd like to be like Moist Critical. Just half ideas, half streaming games. It's awesome. Sam is Zoe. I'm back. I haven't seen you around here before in general, so how could you be back? We're so back, though. That's great. Real, you a nonce? I'm not a nonce either. I'm not a faggot. I'm not a nonce. I'm just a normal dude. Your specialty is in demand in Saudi Arabia. I heard that salaries in Saudi Arabia are very high. Why don't you look for a job opportunity there? I know, because I want to have my own job. I want to have my own business. I don't want a job. I can get a job. Like, I'm not going to go homeless. When I run out of money, I'm probably going to go back to living with my mother and then go get a job. And then when I save up a bit, I'll move out again. But I don't want a job. I want to have my own business. Ah, Simona's Dip. Ah, okay. Different name. Cool. So you prefer the Twitch one. I also stream on horizontal on YouTube, in case you prefer there. The Twitch doesn't get a lot of action. Not compared to the other two streams, at least. No, I'm not a nonce. Why are you asking again? If you get stuck without money, hit me up. I can always give you money. You came in here asking for 30 bucks, and now suddenly you have money? Why are you asking people for money then? Just thought I'd pop in on Twitch. I used to stream too. Okay, cool. It's all good. I mean, you could choose whatever platform you prefer. I don't care. I've noticed that the Twitch stream is a lot more contrasted for some reason, though. And I have no idea how to fix that. By the way, how in the world do you build anything and focus while talking to chat so much? Well, we don't always have this much activity. It's been a lot higher over the past few days, so I'll see how much I can keep up. But I've kind of been fairly good at talking in general. As you can see right now, I'm not really building anything while talking to people. And usually when we do stuff, it's like, I try to keep the stuff we have to do on the easier side. So I don't put a lot of like really difficult, thought-provoking stuff in the streams. I usually just talk about stuff I did off stream at some point, and then I do easier stuff on stream. He's lying, guys. He's gay. Fuck off, Vishy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Mr. Anf. You look new. I don't think I've seen your name around. Hey, bro. Bro, phone died, now on PC. PC is the superior... If you're on PC, you might as well do the horizontal stream then. How in the world do you not have an accent? Don't know. Mystery to me. I have no idea. Everybody always says I sound American. My English is terrible compared to yours. Yeah, I just don't know. Look, luck, I don't know. I put a lot of effort into developing my speaking ability. So maybe that. Like, I'm pretty good. You can hear I don't have a lot of ums and likes in my language. What's up, Auntie? Came late. Well, happy to have you here, late or not. India or Pakistan? Neither. I don't know which is better. I don't know shit about I don't know the difference. Like, to me, look, the world in my head is... Like, you guys might see it as different countries because you're from there. In my head, I have, like, some European countries, and then there's the Middle East. And all you guys are the same to me, because I don't know shit about the different countries. So, hope that doesn't offend you. I just don't know. You speak very well, not gonna lie. Anything you recommend about that? Is there anything I recommend? I used to watch a lot of this guy called Northern Line growing up. He has a really nice voice to listen to. He speaks English very properly, very well. And he makes more like intellectual kind of jokes and has a lot of pop culture references in his in the stuff that he talks about. So yeah, that would, I mean, I could just recommend you watch him. That's kind of where I picked most of my stuff up from. Besides that, it was mostly just natural. Like, I didn't spend a lot of time studying it. I just spent a lot of time reflecting. Self-reflection, you know what? If I were to give you one key point, self-reflection is the main thing. Try to record yourself, listen to yourself talk, play it back. Try not to use ums and likes and uhs as much as you can. Pause instead, and you'll get better over time. Yes, I'm new, bud. What are you streaming about? Sorry, my English is bad. It's all good. Other people's English is bad as well. It's all good. I mean, you can communicate. Look, I'm pretty good at filling in the gaps. I have a brain that's really good at filling in the gaps. So if you say something that's like close enough to what it's supposed to be, I'm going to understand you. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. You should have a multi-chat on screen so viewers from Twitch can see YouTube comments. I have thought about setting that up. Yes, I actually have one which is just for Twitch. If I set you to intermission, you can see yourself and everybody can see you right now momentarily. I need to set one up with the rest. I haven't had the time to do that, but I will do that. Okay, then Palestine or Israel. That's too controversial for me. I have an opinion on that, but I can't state it online because I might get banned. So I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. By the way, I'm watching gay porn. You need help. Why are you watching this and gay porn? Just pick one or the other. That's weird. That's a weird thing to admit. Why you just come in here asking if I'm a gooner, asking if I'm a non, saying you're jacking off, whacking your stick, strangling the snake, fucking one hand on the keyboard, two monitors, looking at one's at me, one's at porn, and probably mixing the two in your brain. Don't be weird. Just come on. Anyways, I'm at work. Sent the connection request. Have a good one, boss. Yeah, nice to have you here again. Hope I see you around. Have a good day at work. I'm thinking of you while Paygorn. You have issues. Be nice in chat. Fill in the gaps. Fuck off. What is wrong with this guy? Get help. Hey bro, quick question. How do you profit? Do you get hired and get money, then earn more as time passes? Kinda, yeah. So, well, we have a one-time fee. So when people pay, they're gonna pay a certain amount up front. And then I have the option for them to pay me continuously to maintain the stuff. But if not, I'll teach them how to do it and they can maintain it themselves. I'm trying really hard to get through everybody. So you can tell I'm probably speaking a little bit too fast. Sorry for anybody whose English is not perfect. And I'm trying to at least enunciate myself very well so that you would be able to hear every word I say properly. What's the live about? We're gonna be building I'm gonna be showing you some of the stuff I do in my business. Today's kind of a boring stream. I have like a few small stuff I have to handle because we kind of got through most of it in the last 2 weeks. Now we're just waiting for email campaigns to start bringing in customers. So that's that. What do you do? That answers your question as well. Or actually, it might not. We do digital marketing agency. We run Facebook ads and build complete done-for-you sales funnels for our clients. So we run Facebook ads. When people click on the ad, they go to their landing page. The landing page sells their offer. Then we give them the option to book in. If they don't book in, we have like a form that they can fill. We'll probably use a lead magnet to try and get them to fill in the form. When they do, we're going to send them a bunch of emails to try and get them to book in. My friend died. Bro, I don't want to ban anybody, but if you start being like a little too weird and talking about like a bunch of sexual stuff, I might have to. Look, you can be like you can say innuendos and stuff and make some like jokes about it, but if you start talking about like actual like pornography stuff, I don't think that would be good to have in chat because there's some like younger people in here. I don't really want to have that, so just chill out, please. I really don't want to ban you. Can you donate me $5? I'm running out of money myself. I have 90 days to make this work. I'm gonna have to go back to living with my mom, so now is not the right time to ask. Maybe you can ask me when I finally get some money in. When you see the thumbnail and you see that the income section has some money there, maybe you could come back and ask, and I'll think about it if I remember you. Sigh. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I read that. Tell me what side hustle I can start. There's loads. You could start a digital marketing agency like me. You could pick a skill that you already have. That would be preferable. If you have a skill that you already have, like you're good at anything labor related, or you have any kind of skill anywhere, or sales skill, whatever you've done in your career, if you've done that. Yeah, could do sales, could do Facebook ads, could do web development, build websites for people, could do lead generation, could do ghostwriting. There's a lot of options. Most of the options I said, you can start for almost completely free. I started this entire business, like I've put a bunch of money into it that I don't need to put in because I want to do it faster. But you can do what I have done so far for about 300 bucks. Or even less. You can probably get away with 200 bucks if you put a little more time into some of the stuff. It's never the time to ask for free money. I don't have money right now. Me neither. Yeah, I just read that. Freelancing. Yeah, you could do some kind of freelancing. It's pretty cheap. Hope you good luck. My country doesn't help me. Yeah, that's rough. At least in Europe, you get some help. I don't have any support right now, though. So, like, I don't get any welfare or anything. Did you know? Did you know what? And you posted a bunch of what looks like wilted roses. Hey, bro, what's your opinion on Andrew Tate? I think he's a cool guy. I like his message. It's a little extreme sometimes, and the way it's presented sometimes can be bad because a lot of the times he makes a lot of jokes about stuff and people take it too seriously because the mainstream media loves to take shit too seriously. So that kind of sucks, but that's not his fault. The media is always going to do that to people that they don't like. I mean, his ultimate message really is trying to teach men to be disciplined, to care for their women, to love them, to become able men who can accomplish a lot, to achieve their dreams. There's really nothing bad about what he says. And then occasionally he makes a joke about how women can't drive. And people take it too seriously. So I think he's perfectly fine. I like the guy. You need idea to goon now in the UK. Yeah, I read about that. Are you from the UK? That's rough, buddy. Good. Maybe they'll start you'll stop being a complete degenerate. Already started building. Started building what? Who wins the race? First time I'm seeing you around here. No, we're kind of just chatting here. Well, we've been building for the last couple of weeks. I mean, my country banned from all money sites. What kind of money sites? What do you mean? To me, money site means gambling. It's hard to live a good life based on government help. They give the bare minimum to survive. Yeah, but I think that's kind of fair because I think most people should work. I'm a proprietor of people having a job. I actually think that social welfare is bad in general because it incentivizes lazy people not to do anything. Usually, most of the social welfare is going to the leeches of society, not to people who actually need help, who want to contribute. So I don't like that. I think that sucks. That's stinky. I always thought that social welfare should become social working. That if you need social welfare, the government will give you some kind of job that benefits society, either like a cleaner or, you know, sweep the streets, clean up graffiti, etc. Something that's really easy to do. Even if there's an overabundance of these workers, at least it'll mean that the social welfare guys are working for their money. And I think that would be a lot more fair. But I don't know all of the intricacies of how that works. Like, it's just an opinion from somebody who's not really educated in that field. So you can't really take me too seriously when I say that. Maybe if I knew a little bit more. But from my perspective, I think that's how it should be. Geez, this is the first time I've had to actually scroll in chat to keep up with everybody's questions. It's rough. So I need ID to goon help. Just stop gooning. Stop gooning. What do you think about college degrees? I think that they are only useful for specific careers. Most college degrees, I genuinely believe today, are useless because they don't teach you anything. And when you get a college degree, you have to go get work experience to get into whatever career you want to get into anyway. If you want to be a doctor, fine. If you want to be a lawyer, fine. If you need some kind of qualification for a career like that, fine. But if you need to do something like marketing or business or some kind of office job, I don't think it's necessary at all. I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and money because you're better off just going. You're going to have to do this anyway. You're better off just going to a company, asking if you could be their assistant or intern, do a great job, study what you're doing very, very well, and then they will hire you if you do a really good job, and then you'll work your way up the ladder without the degree. And it doesn't matter. At that point, nobody's going to look at your degree. They're going to look at your experience and your character. You can get almost any job with just pure confidence in your own ability to know what's happening. Interviews are a very human process. If you get past the screening of the CVs, you can get almost any job besides the aforementioned. So that's my opinion on that. Upwork, etc. Okay, well, you don't need Upwork. Bro, I'm back. Welcome back, brother. You're very reasonable. I try my best to be. I'm glad you think so. I think I missed a question earlier. Can you tell your story making money from beginning? I haven't done it yet. I can tell you what I've done to get to this point, but I haven't made money yet. So you'd probably be better off listening to other people. Like I can pretend I can tell you everything I know in my head, but I don't know if any of it actually works because I haven't made it work yet. Do you get what I mean? I think I know what to do and I think I'm doing the right thing, but until it actually gives me some kind of results, then I'm kind of pretending. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to sound like some kind of guru who's just telling everybody what they should do before I've even gotten there. I can tell you what I think you should do, but I could be wrong because I have no evidence. So I want to be careful with that. If you still want to hear my opinion, that's fine. You can let me know, then I'll tell you. But you need to understand that it's just an opinion. I've learned from smart people. I've studied a lot. I put a lot of effort into it, but I don't know if what I have learned and if is true, and if what I have learned, if I understood it the correct way. I hope I did. I think I did, but I'm just letting you know that I don't want to sound like a guru if I haven't already made it there. I think you're doing good. Thank you. I appreciate that. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Hey, Jasmine. If you don't have design to sell me or affiliates or you're not a bot, you're very welcome to be here. Twitch has a lot of that. I'm just saying that as kind of a joke. Will you start an AI automation agency? I will answer that question right after I am back from you. And look, Jasmine, I don't mean that as an insult. Everybody has to make a living. It's just kind of sad that so many people come through Twitch asking for that. So I'm just pointing it out. I'm sure your art is beautiful. I'm sure it's lovely. I'm just not your right target audience. I also don't have a lot of money right now. So I'll answer the AI question in a bit. I need to go get some water, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Anybody here yet? So, anybody here yet? Anybody gone yet? That's what I wanted to say. How do you like my tree in the background? Hey, everybody on the vertical stream, look, I drew a beautiful tree. That was because of a guy in chat telling me to do that. I like how the chair just dramatically faced us like some sort of sentient being. I'll see that maybe when I'm editing clips later. Rock meme. Anyway, are you gonna start an AI automation agency? No. I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing. I originally wanted to start an AI automation agency instead of a digital marketing agency, but then I figured AI is harder to sell because it's newer and people have lower trust in it. And I would rather pick an established business model that people already know about. So now I kind of combined the two. I do a little bit of AI stuff in the digital marketing agency. I think that it's really important to stay consistent with what you do. You should pick one thing and then just do that. So, like jumping back and forth between different things is just going to make you worse at all of them. And you're always going to be starting from the beginning. The grass is not always greener on the other side. People always make it seem like that. Like people get a lot of fear of missing out with all of this new technology and new stuff coming out. But you really just have to pick one thing and stick with it. That's the best thing you could do if you want a long-term business that's successful. I like how that's the chair. What are you good at the most? Probably marketing. That's probably my biggest skill. I'm pretty good at talking too. That's not really well, it's communicating is a skill, of course, but it's not like I use it for anything important. I just use it to chat shit on stream. Pick a car for an edit. I don't know shit about cars. I'll edit it and post it on my channel so you can see. What's the book behind you about? That's Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff, I think. Yeah. It's a book that, it's a sales book. Teaches you how to get better at sales. I have a lot of books. That one is just there because it's one that I need to read. I have another book in my drawer. I have more downstairs, but I have another book in my drawer called Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins. That's a decent book that teaches you, like, the simple elements of advertising. But yeah, I don't know any cars. I don't know any cars. Fucking Audi A6. I literally don't know any cars. You know what? I know Rolls Royce. There you go. Rolls Royce. Do that. What are you doing to learn these things? So I do a lot of research. I've taken some courses. I've read a lot of books. If you want to learn a lot about marketing, you should just read a lot of stuff. Gotta go to sleep, dude. That's brutal. I can't believe your parents are making you sleep at fucking like 7 o'clock. Well, they did beat your ass for asking about virginity. All right, sorry. Yeah, it's all good, brother. Have a good night. Happy to have you around, like usual. Pick a car for an edit. Which Toyota? Rolls Royce. Can you not hear me? Koenigsegg. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a beer brand. Oh, that's probably a car brand. Yeah, it's so early. Bye. Hope you have a good night. Sorry. What you recommend for a sales book? Pitch Anything is good. Never Split the Difference is good. If you want to learn about more about advertising and lead generation, you could run $100 million leads and $100 million offers by Alex Hormozy. Those are good. What else have I read? Can't remember. There's a bunch of books. You can always improve your skills. You'll never know everything about everything. Lots of stuff you can read. What are you pointing at me for? What did I say? What's that referring to? I can't believe you said which Toyota after I said Rolls Royce. Why even ask me? It's like, just give me the options of the cars I can pick if you have a few options only. Okay, I say let's try to take a look at this email sales letter. Chat died down a little bit, so I think now is a good time to do that. I'm gonna see if this is actually working right. I hope it's gonna be able to load. I uploaded it to YouTube so we could watch it on YouTube. It is private, so nobody tried to to access it through the link because you won't be able to. Auntie Debbie, if I have some spare time and develop my characters, would you voice one of them? Sure. What kind of voice you need? Do you want me to just sound like myself, or do you want me to do some kind of like high-pitched voice or something, or anything else? I can do that too. I can animate my voice a little bit. I could be goofy. Yuck. I can usually do better. Just need to get into character first. It's kind of hard to switch between the two on the spot like that. just let me know what you need. Sure, I'll do it. Depends how much time is gonna take. I'm probably not gonna do any of the vocal editing either. You'll have to do that yourself. Yeah, let's take a look at the video sales letter. So this is just more for like documentation for anybody who wants to see it. It won't be relevant for everybody. Don't need that anymore. Let me fit this in. Okay. So this is what I'm going to be sending to our clients who respond with yes to our email campaigns. The reason the background is black is because that's where I'm going to put the prospect's website. It's going to switch from the black screen a little bit further in, but I'm just letting you know that the reason it's like this now, that it's blank, is because there's meant to be a website behind it. I didn't want to put one as a placeholder because I didn't want to show, information of anybody. But there is going to be that. When I'm sending them, I'm just going to put their website in there. Just so you know. So let me set up the sound, make sure that it's working. Let me know if you can hear. Hey, so I came across your site and I had an interesting idea that I wanted to share with you. So I thought I'd take the time out of my day. Is it working? Does it sound good? Is this AI? What's AI? Why does everybody keep thinking I'm AI? What is AI about me? I don't sound like AI. Do I look like AI? What is the AI part? Hey, Reister, I feel like I've seen you before. Welcome. Dr. Rod, please tell me what about me seems like AI. You're not the first person to say that. Yvonne, hi again. I was chatting for hours with Annie. You mean the grok thing? You fucking gooner. Yeah, 2 days ago. All right. Yeah, welcome back. Sometimes it kind of feels like one of those. Have you ever done one of those like human benchmark tests where it's like you have to remember if a word has shown up before? I feel like it's kind of like that. How I'm like recognizing the words and the pictures next to each other, so I'm remembering the people that were there. It feels like I'm taking a human benchmark test. Yeah, the horny grok thing, it's stupidly useless. I downloaded it yesterday just to see what the hype was about. Well, actually, I got grok because I wanted to see how good it works compared to ChatGPT, because a lot of people were saying that it's better. So I wanted to test it out. And I just saw that as an option. I clicked on it just out of curiosity. And damn, I mean, look, I'm not a gooner, but that is a sexy anime girl model. I will not lie. They did a good job. They knew what they were doing with all the flirting, with all of the way that she changes her voice, the way that she like whispers some stuff sometimes. They did a great job with that. Like they clearly know what they're doing. So it's kind of, I remember I was thinking how bad something like this would be for society, especially if it started to become very popular. I can definitely see dudes falling in love with that thing. They're going to start marrying fucking Annie. There's going to be more models that are going to come out. People are going to start getting into relationships with these things. I remember when I was younger, I was like 10 or 11. I remember I was talking to shit like Cleverbot and some other like AI chat thingies. And I was a pretty lonely kid, so I would like talk to them like they're my friends. And even back then, like I could see this being a problem. But now it's even worse because they're so good at responding to you. It's brutal. It seems honestly like really concerning. It's going to make men even more lonely for sure. I am confident in that. I also completely agree with Gary Vee when he says that our grandkids are going to be marrying robots. Like I genuinely believe that that's probably going to happen. It's scary. Like I think it's sad. It's just, I really wish they would stop with this stuff. Like it can be fun for somebody who's maybe normal brained, but for people who are sorry, that was a really bad way to phrase that. I meant for anybody who's like not lonely and has their shit together, has a normal life. That's kind of what I meant. But it's going to be really bad for people who are loners, who don't get a lot of socialization. They're going to become even less social with something like this. They're going to be falling in love with it. I genuinely like am worried for the future generations. Even for these generations, I feel like this generation isn't above that at all. You know, millennials and Gen Z, I'm pretty sure are going to struggle with it as well. But for future, it's going to be even worse. But also, females in the real world are so hard to please or deal with. So I guess that's the problem. They are hard, but it makes sense for them to be. You have to realize that they're programmed to want the best mate possible. You are programmed the same way. It's just they are programmed to be even more judgmental and even more selective because of their disadvantages when it comes to their physicality. The world is more dangerous for women. Not because women get, like, I hear this point made a lot, that women are technically safer because men commit more crimes against men, but women are so much more vulnerable. And because of that, they have to be a lot more selective. They want people who can they want men who can take care of them, who can protect them, and it makes sense. So you have to be that. I remember I saw some graphs which were showing how men and women see each other. Men rated like average looks fairly, but women tended to say that conventionally attractive men were slightly lower on the scale. It wasn't the full bell curve. It was more like they would call more men ugly than men would call women ugly. So it's kind of interesting the way that it's set up, but I also think that it's hard to, like, if you blame women for it, I think that just makes you kind of an incel, because if you're you're only saying that because you're not the kind of guy that those women are all over. You know, if you put all of your effort into being charismatic, being interesting, being a good communicator, being rich, having ambition, if you put a lot of effort into yourself, you would get more women. I've never struggled with women in my life. And I'm not saying that to gloat. I'm just saying that because I've always put a lot of effort into taking care of myself. I think most of the reason men fail is because they spend too much time trying to chase women, whereas what they should be doing is spending all of their time improving themselves and attracting more women. I think that's a much, much better thing for men to do. You'll have way higher success with women if you do that instead of chasing them. And the other thing, psychologically, women don't like to be chased. They like to be chased because they like attention, but they don't like to be chased by a guy they want to be with. They like to be the ones to chase. So if you're just yourself, if you work on yourself, if you make yourself as attractive as possible, women will come to you. It's kind of like sales. You know, sales is a great thing. For anybody who wants to have better success in dating, learn sales. Dating is so sales based. It's pretty much the same thing. You need to sell yourself correctly. You need to not freak them out. You need to be friendly enough. You need to not chase your prospects. If you are desperate for money, if you're desperate for a sale, your prospects are going to sense that. It's the same with women. They can sense when you're desperate to just have sex. They're not stupid. So you need to not be that way. You need to not be desperate. You need to not act like when you finally get a date that you're so lucky to be with them and give them all these compliments. Like, I can't believe you'd choose me. It's the most unattractive thing that you could do as a guy. Act confident, act like you've been there before, and you'll have way higher success with women. Seriously, learn sales. I promise you it'll make you better at dating. Hey, Yusef. I hope that answers your question with a little bit of a rant. Went on a little bit of a rant there. What football team do you support? I don't watch football. I don't watch any sports. I don't want you to take offense to this, but I think that it's kind of lame when people support a bunch of other people's lives. The way that I kind of see supporting sports, and like, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy watching sports. I'm not saying that. But I really don't like when those guys are like so excited when like their team scores. Like, you didn't do anything. You just watched them. It's like it's a fake achievement. It's like you're giving yourself dopamine from somebody else's achievements. And I find it kind of strange. Like, I'd rather play the sport than watch the sport. And I would rather talk about my life and my accomplishments than talk about other people's lives and other people's accomplishments. Because that's kind of what you're doing. You're outsourcing your achievements in a way. It's like you feel like you've accomplished something because of this team that you support. I mean, I just kind of see it that way. So, I mean, more power to you if you don't. Obviously, I'm in the minority for this. I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just, that's the way I kind of think about it. I find it kind of boring to talk about that stuff. I hate whenever people ask about, like, who's your favorite celebrity, or do you know this celebrity drama, or do you watch this sports team, or we did this, we did that. You didn't do anything. Like, tell me what you actually did. You know, what have you accomplished? What experiences do you have? I prefer that. Is it real that in America it's easier to start a business? I thought about getting my master's degree. I mean, I don't think that it can be easy to start. It's always going to be hard. What do you mean easy to start a business in the US? Also, I'm not even in the US, so cringe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Super cringe. You're right. You don't have to be here. You don't have to suffer through the cringe. Don't worry about it. Nobody's holding you hostage in this stream. You can always leave. Ugh. No, I don't live there. And I don't think starting a business is ever easy. I don't know what you mean by that. What makes you think it would be easier to start a business in the US as opposed to somewhere else? This text is not relevant here. Yeah, so can you hear the audio from this video?
Hey,
Can somebody let me know?
I came across your site and I had an interesting idea.
And is it
that
loud
I wanted
enough?
to share with you.
Is it loud enough? And then we'll go through it. I'll show it just so we could have it on record. Might help some people in their email outreaches. I'm just gonna hope it's working. I think it should be because my desktop thing is showing that it's on. So I'm just gonna play this video. If anybody has any questions or wants me to break anything down, let me know. The reason that the background is black right now is because I'm gonna put the client's website there. Whenever I'm reaching out to somebody, I'm gonna replace it with their website so it seems more personal. So I'm just gonna play it.
Hey, so I came across your site and I had an interesting idea that I wanted to share with you. So I thought I'd take the time out of my day to record this and shoot this over to you because I think it could be really helpful for you. And hey, I know we don't know each other yet, so my name is Debras, or Dev for short, and I help landscapers fill their calendars with ready-to-buy clients every month so that they can focus on growing their business instead of worrying about getting clients. And look, if you watch the video to the end and feel like it really wasn't that valuable and I just completely wasted your time, I want to make up for it. Just send me your Revolut and I'll buy you a coffee. So to start, let me know if you relate to any of the following. Are you tired of spending hours on sales calls with people who clearly aren't serious? Have you tried cold calling, emails, referrals, networking, and just wish there was a faster, more predictable way to get clients? Or do you want to scale your business but you're too busy wondering where your next client is going to come from? Well, if any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. What I found after speaking with dozens of landscaping business owners is that the real problem is that they're stuck in the old marketing model and haven't moved to the new model. When you move to the new model, everything changes. You will only attract the kind of clients you want to work with and automatically filter out the wrong types of clients. You'll also get to decide exactly how many sales appointments you want to win every single month with consistency. So the big question is, what is this new model of marketing? Well, that's what I wanted to share with you. You build something called a client booking funnel, a machine that books calls for you automatically 24/7. So instead of you chasing people, they chase you. Here's how it works. First, you create an ad that grabs the attention of your ideal customers and you pay some money to Facebook to show it to them. The great thing about Facebook is that once you get a good ad running, you can decide exactly how many sales appointments you get every month. For example, let's say it costs $50 to get one booked sales call. If you want 10 calls a month, you pay €500. If you want 30, you pay $1,500. It's that simple. When people click on the ad, they get brought to a page which gives them a crystal clear offer that can solve their problem in exchange for their name and email. They give you their name and email and get redirected to a page which gives them the solution. Could be a quote estimator, could be a free on-site checkup, could be a document with some landscaping project ideas, or whatever else. As you can see here, I'm personally using a training video. The goal is to give them something really good so that they trust you more, and also give them a good reason for why they should book with you. Those who don't book right away will get frequent emails giving them more value while reminding them that you could solve their problem for them. It's kind of like having a salesperson that could speak to your customers anytime, any day, 24/7, and I really mean that. For example, here's a screenshot of my calendar on one weekend. I got 3 new booked sales appointments in my calendar, and one of them was at 3:15 a.m. Now, I would never be able to take a call with someone at 3 a.m., but the video was able to do the selling for me. So it really is like having a salesperson working for you 24/7. The system builds trust, educates your audience, and gets them to raise their hand, all without you lifting a finger. So can you see the difference that this could make in your business if you could get appointments on demand every single month? Imagine how much time and energy you'd save not having to chase people, not having to take calls with time wasters, and work with people who are incredibly difficult to work with. Imagine no longer worrying about where your next client will come from and when. Imagine knowing exactly how many sales appointments you'll win every single month. Like I said, if this totally sucks and I completely wasted your time, let me know and I'll get you that coffee. But if this sounds interesting, just say so and I could look over your current setup, or even mock up a version of how this could look for you. No strings attached. Either way, hope this was helpful and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, so you kind of get the idea there, I hope. I don't know if anybody has any questions about that. So essentially, we're going to be sending that as part of the email outreach. The whole goal of it is just to show them what they could be doing different. And if they have any interest, they could let us know. So nothing too complicated. I might re-record it. I might do another few takes, maybe make a few videos for like A/B testing purposes, but yeah. Cool. So that's that. What's next? So we need to work on the agreement letters. Yeah, so actually, wondering how much longer I'm gonna go for. I wanted to stream a little bit less today because wow, my eyes look fucking weird when I do that. Holy shit. Um, yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm probably not gonna go for 3 hours. Also, I didn't realize just how obvious it is how different my eyes are. Huh. Anyway, let's see if we could do something. Finalize the invoice. That's such a like lame thing to do. Email nurture system, work on website. Let me take a look at these invoices, see how much I have to actually do for it. Just have to fill in the name of it. I mean, it's a bigger economy. Home for all tech and data. People are more okay with apps and startups. Do people not use apps where you're from? I mean, you could be right. I don't know where you're from, but in my head, it's like even if the economy is bad, if there are businesses around you, then it's probably proportionately kind of similar, no? I don't really know about how that works, honestly. I'm the wrong person to ask, especially about the US, because I don't live there. Okay. Can I hide these? Hide, unhide. Let me see if this QR code is updated. Because I don't want to make sure that nobody gets brought to a page that they shouldn't get brought to if they scan it. Link is no longer active. Okay, I'll have to update it. Is this, yeah, same with the Stripe link. Okay, it's fine. Let me open this up. Share with you. There you go. There's my invoice I made. I think it's a very beautiful looking invoice. I think I did a good job. I was actually thinking of having them be dark mode like everything else, but a lot of companies nowadays still print invoices, and printing in dark mode would be a huge waste of ink if they don't have dark paper. So I figured I should probably just make it light mode. So let's do that. What do I need to do here? I'm gonna read the agreement letter. Give me you. Sorry, give me a second. I need to blow my nose. I'm back. All right. So, just got a little bit of stuff to write. So how are we gonna fit this in? Because it is technically just one thing. So maybe we should just have the title and then have all of the stuff under it, like this. Lift this amount up here, you like this, and then the rest probably blank. This is gonna be the total amount. Yeah, and then I'll just type in the descriptions underneath it. Hello. Hey, Seb. How are you? First time here for you, I think. Haven't seen you before. What do? You in school? You in college? You at work? What do you do? I wonder how much space we have. Might not have enough space on this invoice to fit it onto one. Let me take a quick look. When we print, is that the max size? Why? Insert another row. Am I cooked? Yes. Okay, so that is the max amount of space we have. So I would like to fit this onto one invoice. So what are we going to do? Anywhere I can shorten it. I don't know. I guess I could probably make the QR code smaller. Doesn't need to be too big. Delete you and you. And I guess I could get rid of some of the lower importance stuff. Terms and conditions, payment. That's, yeah, not much I can do to change that. Okay, that's important. That's important. That's important. That's not that important. That's important. Ideally, I'd really like to be able to fit everything. Uh, I guess that could kind of be included in the branded funnel. Anything else? Maybe I should just write underneath that. Just go client booking system, and underneath that write details outlined in in our agreement letter. Details of services outlined in our agreement letter. And just do that. This looks so small now, though. Now I want to make it bigger. Cost is gonna be 4997. Go up here. Okay. It's kind of annoying that the euro sign is not staying on it. Not staying in the middle. Nah, whatever. Okay, so I guess I'll actually bring this back. Make it bigger again. So I could delete a line here. It's kind of dumb looking with all that space. Anybody have any suggestions of what I could do? So we have too much space to just fit it as one thing, and we have not enough space to fit each individual item. Hmm. Any suggestions? No. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could just leave it as this. It doesn't matter too much. This is such a minor thing. Hmm. Hey, Adideo, what's up? Oh, it's a bot. Never mind. I take it back. I mean, I guess this is fine. If I had a line above it. Nah, unnecessary. Could maybe make this bigger. I don't know. You know, it's fine. I'm overthinking it. I'm just gonna fix the QR code. I'll update it to the latest QR code. And the link as well, and we'll be good to go. Hey, Heisenberg. What's up, man? Not sure. Long time no see. I can't remember if you were here yesterday or not. There's actually another guy that came in here who was hating like you. He came in here saying, "I'm a gay assistant," and he started feeling bad for it. So I thought that you'd find that relatable. Where is this? we go. Authentication. Two-factor authentication is important. Do it, folks. Don't want to get hacked. Payment links. Copy URL. Yes. You mean Giga? No, it was a different dude. Actually, it was a new guy. If you scroll up, you'll see it. It wasn't Giga. Giga is a hater, though. Huh? Why is that changing? No, I don't want you to change. I want you to remain Satoshi and remain at 9. You don't fit anymore. Why is this link so goddamn long? Edit? Can I do that? Can I edit the link? The link sucks. I think you have to pay some kind of thing for Stripe to update the link. URL parameters. No. Edit? No. Can you change your Stripe link? It's kind of a shame that it doesn't fit. Because if I put it into like God damn it. I'm putting way too much care into into this. I don't know why I always care about this like tiny stuff, like the fact that the link doesn't fit. Like, who cares? Really doesn't matter. Go left. Nah, still doesn't fit. Heisenberg. Now you deleting messages? Why? That's unlike you. Strange behavior. Oh, and he's gone from existence into the ether. He decided to step back into the shadow realm. Good evening. Hey, no worries. That's a lovely message. No worries. No worries about anything. Good evening to you too. How are you doing? Haven't seen you around before. What's your deal? School, college, work? What do you do? I'm trying to be invisible. Why? You're doing the same thing Omar does. Or Umfar, I can't remember. Business starter, nice. Hope your progress is good. It's okay. We got our first client yesterday on a revenue share model. No payment up front yet, but other than that, it's going okay. Only been going for a couple of weeks. What do you do? Maybe we could reformat this to include the QR code, make it a little bigger. So you could give like a couple more, little more space here. High school, but business started back in 2022. How's that going? Nice, only a couple of weeks. Yeah, well, I've been working on it like before that, but we only started outreaching 2 days ago. Yeah. I've been streaming it for 2 weeks. So I was showing my entire, like, I built the offer before I started streaming. We refined it here and there. I built my website before I started streaming, but we started building like the actual like client outreach systems during stream, and that was 2 weeks ago. 15 days. I haven't missed a stream yet. Let me duplicate this. I want to see how this would look. Now I'm paying way too much attention to like this tiny shit that doesn't matter. I'm breaking the number one rule of business, which is speed. Heisenberg means Chrome incognito mode. What are you gonna do in your incognito mode? What don't you want people to see, you sick freak? I got it. Yeah, I'm still in the prepping change. Haven't done outreach yet. What do you do? What's your business type? Don't like how that fits though. It's kind of empty over here now too. I guess it's, since the link is longer, it's kind of fine. How do I add this statement in though? I kind of like this being aligned. Like if I move you over here, kind of stupid looking. Yeah. Could add another insert, delete. Tech, film, and gaming. It's unlicensed for now. Crow Nexus, only a few departments for now. But what is it? Like, what do you mean tech, film, and gaming? That sounds like an interesting combination. How does that work? Also possibility for merchandise. All right, cool. But you know the business and I know the chemistry. All you know is how to whack your meat. Don't you come in here talking about knowing the chemistry. What kind of chemistry do you know? Fucking probably like the chemistry to like make Viagra so you can goon more often. I don't really like the way this is set up. How can we make that look a little nicer? So essentially each department works on something different in their divisions under the departments focusing on specific locations or working on a specific project under a genre. 9 planned departments as of now, 2 already. You have like that big of an organization while you're still in high school? Where the fuck did you get the money to start this? I mean, more power to you. That's cool, but just curious where you got the money for it. None. I know where to get things. You can know where to get things, but unless you know a lot of many different kinds of people, I don't know where the fuck you're gonna get buildings with multiple departments and shit. I mean, you can get pretty far in life, which is networking, but how do you... You can't... I find it hard to believe that somebody would have that kind of networking without having a helping hand at such a young age. I feel like I was still like sucking my thumb when I was like 15. I mean, everybody lives different lives, obviously, but you gotta have the right kind of influence. Otherwise, I just don't see how that's possible. Because you gotta have some kind of guidance. Because at that age, if you haven't been exposed to that kind of stuff, like I knew nothing business related whatsoever until I was about 19. So like I don't know how that's possible. Nothing can beat generational wealth. Well, usually generational wealth makes you a loser though. So generational wealth is not always great. Can make you kind of shit. I guess that's okay. That's not too bad. Little empty over here, but it's fine. I think I preferred the previous setup, but whatever. Hey Maurice, what's up? How's your day been so far? It's going okay. Are you a bot selling me design or selling me affiliates? As you do, convince people that you start paying them after the contract ends, and you just do these contracts for freelancers. There's a lot of people looking for opportunities. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I didn't even know, like I had no clue about anything business related until I was like 19 or 20. And that was because I worked in a business related field. So like, do you have some kind of mentor? Did you have somebody who you looked up to? Did you have somebody who taught you this stuff? Because I mean, it's great if you did. I mean, I see fucking like 9 and 10-year-olds nowadays fucking doing it, but obviously they didn't do it themselves because there's no way you can get that kind of knowledge out of nowhere. I just don't believe it. Maybe like the odd person can, like there's fucking like genius chemists that are 12 or whatever. Try to make a website at 12. Well, what is it that you were consuming? Like, what kind of content did you watch? What kind of people were you surrounded by? Because that's abnormal. I'm just curious. Like, I'm not trying to hit at you or something. I'm really happy for you. I'm glad that it's working out. I'm just really curious. Because I think a lot of that is to do with upbringing. So consciously predictive so helps a lot. I get that, but again, I just, you had to have had some kind of thing that exists there. You either watched the right kind of content, you either stumbled into it, or somebody taught you something, or you had certain friends, or you were born in a specific environment. There had to have been something. It's not like you just suddenly became 11 and you became enlightened about everything business related. That doesn't happen. Something led to that. I'm just curious what led to that. If you don't want to share, that's fine. But to say that it just came out of nowhere would be disingenuous. So this is what you do for a living, or else this is just a side hustle? No, this is what I do for a living. I don't have a lot of time left to make it happen, so I should stop spending this much time on this fucking invoice. Yeah, I'm done now. This is good enough. Fuck it. The link works. Let me, the QR code doesn't work. I need to update the QR code. I'm gonna go to Canva to make a QR code. Sorry, but you're not Sigma. I tried to make games at age 14. Hey, Impossible Reviews, what's up? My mom wasn't strict and my brain's predictive, so it led to me being an explorer. When I became an explorer, I tried different things whenever I found them interesting. Also, my mother didn't buy me regular toys. She bought me sandbox toys at a young age, like Legos and magnets, that helped me even further. Yeah, but what started it? Like, do you not remember? I'm just saying, look, brother, I get it. I was the same. I've done a lot of many different things. I was also trying many different things, but I didn't come across business because I didn't see anything business related. What made you come across business? How did you find it? What did you find that led your brain to thinking about it? That's what I'm asking. It's a simple question. I'm just curious as to what started it. Like, you wouldn't... What's a good way to explain this? I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like it's pretty simple. You didn't magically stumble upon, like, in your brain and just develop this consciousness which allowed you to build a business. That didn't happen. You probably found something. What's the thing you found? That's what I'm curious about. Like, I could say what got me into business. What got me into business is when I was young. I was about 17 or 18. I wanted to go to college for for medicine. I wanted to do anesthesiology, but then I just had a change of heart because I didn't get into a particular class I wanted to. I ended up getting into a business class instead, and I did business in that year. And then I thought, you know what? This is kind of interesting. I find this interesting. I did some research on it. Then I went to work as an accountant when I was in college in my first year. I did a year there. Then I went and worked in audit and accounting and stuff. And then and now I'm here. Like I could tell you what led to this. What led you to it? But you don't think making a website is pretty easy after AI is entered into the game? No. Well, I don't make websites. I make done for you sales funnels and Facebook ads. But AI websites are shit and they don't have a back end. And to connect the back end requires some more knowledge, which most business owners who are doing something else, like a dentist, is not going to know what the fuck back end even means. So no, it's not easy. Well, I heard about buying and selling, and that became a motivation to make the first website, but I eventually scrapped it after failed attempts. I tried it on Sheets and Docs. Oh, I was 12. Okay, well, that you're starting to get a little bit there. That's kind of what I'm asking. Like, how'd you hear about that? What got you into that? How did you start thinking about it? How did you progress? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to like say like some kind of slight to you. I'm just curious. Everybody has their own journeys. Everybody starts somewhere. I'm always really interested in how the younger people start because I didn't know any of this stuff until much, much later. So I always find it fascinating when people know this stuff at a really young age. It'll also help me know like what I should expose my own kids to. Like what should I tell them so that they start thinking like that at a young age. Okay, yeah, I like this one so much more than this one. But this empty space sucks ass. This looks much better. So I'm gonna hide that. Complete and booking system. And yep. Is that good? QR code. I don't know what is wrong with me. I keep getting distracted. New design. What size is that? I do like a 500 by 500. You do a QR code. QR code. Oh, it's here. Enter URL. Oh, come on. Stop changing size. Give your future kids sandbox-related physical toys. Let them have mistakes as long as it's not a big mistake, so they naturally learn things on their own, aka self-learning. Yeah, I get that. That's like obvious. I was thinking more like deeper lessons. Bring them to adventures like Mount. Yeah, of course. I'm definitely gonna do that. Look, brother, you may have experience in business, but I have a lot more life experience. I know this stuff. I was talking more about like the niche stuff, like what kind of videos I should show them, what kind of subjects to talk about. I mean, I imagine if I do this kind of stuff, it'll probably just come naturally. Not sure if that's something I'd have to think a lot about. Where's my QR code? There it is. Study psychology and philosophy. Yeah, so do I. I'm really good at psychology naturally as well. So that helps. I'm pretty good at reading people, understanding people. I always have been. I think it's like one of those skills that I was like not born with, but you know when some people are just like naturally good at stuff? I kind of have that with understanding people. Insert, move this off.
Well, anyway, I'm happy for you. I'm glad your business is going well. I use psychology to work on UI UX. You should learn copywriting then, because you also got to know how to phrase what you know in psychology. Very important. In case you haven't done that, you might have already. Making web is not rocket science. It's kids' job to do app. They even create robots. Yeah, well, it's not like super challenging. The thing is, something doesn't need to be extremely. See, I know you don't know copywriting because that's not how you spell copywriting. You're talking about copywriting as in protecting your assets. I'm talking about copywriting as in knowing how to write words that sell. It's a different thing. That's how I know that you don't know copywriting. Unless you're just bad at spelling and you use the wrong spelling. I don't know. Nah, I feel like somebody who knows copywriting wouldn't spell it like that. Yeah, you're saying terms and conditions. Yeah, no, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. If you're waffling. And yeah, something doesn't need to be hard for you to be able to start a business with it. You have to realize that no, you're thinking of something else. It's two different things. The copywriting you're talking about is legal stuff. The copywriting I'm talking about is writing words that sell. Look it up. Just writing copyright words that sell. It'll probably give you an explanation of copywriting. But you started talking about terms and conditions, so I know that now you're just lying. You're talking about terms and conditions as in the other copyright. And yeah, like I was saying, no, dude, I'm not a bot. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. It was a long while there. Yeah, stuff doesn't have to be complicated to start a business because business owners are busy. So if you can help them with solving some kind of problem for them or solving something for like just a regular customer, well, in this case, digital marketing would help business owners or web development would help business owners. You just have to help them because they don't have the time to do it. Like if they're busy running their business, you can't learn how to do everything. So everybody has different skills. It may not be super challenging. You still need to spend months at least learning it. And that's time that those people don't have. Already have consumers, just not a lot. Yeah, that's all good. Look, it's okay to admit when you're wrong. You don't have to like... I know you don't know what copywriting is. And that's fine. And again, I'm not talking about the legal copywriting. I'm talking about sales copywriting. Can you just stop texting? You know what? Maybe sometimes we need some of Heisenberg's hate in here. It's fine, brother. I'm glad your business is going well. But if you want your business to continue doing well and you want it to do even better, you're going to have to continuously spend a lot of time learning more and more stuff. So that's life. Can't know it all. Being able to just admit you made a mistake is a good skill to have. Honestly, forgot why I started talking about this. It doesn't matter. Like your name. No worries. It's all good. And like I said, I'm glad your business is going well. I hope you go far with it. Really do. Best of luck with it. Okay, I updated the QR code. Let me just test that it's working. And then we'll move on to the next thing on the list. Actually, I'm probably going to call it there. I know we didn't do much today, but I just have so much shit to do, like that I need to do it off stream because I need to focus. Okay, that's fine. Looks to be working. Catch y'all later. Hope your business reaches sky, whatever your business is. It's a digital marketing business, and thank you. I hope yours does too.
I hope you do great. Hope to see you around. No, it doesn't. Bye. Fucking savage. You know what? You've become an integral part of the team, Heisenberg. We can't lose you now. Bro had a complete character arc in a week. Alright, this is finished. I'm gonna mark that off my list. Yeah. Where is it? Payment, contract, invoices, delivery of service, all other interactions to be had, handover, payment model. Yeah, that's fine. Done. Nice. Finito. Terminado. I guess Maurice fucked off since I took too long to answer. It happens. What else could we do? Let me see this other thing on the list. Finalize invoice. Done. Agreement letters. Yeah, we can do that real quick. Where are they? Agreement letters. Here we go. Yeah. Need to make sure that these are working fine. We worked a little bit on this the other day, I think, but I didn't finish them. I think I was going to finish them off stream, but didn't end up doing that. So this is all okay. What I need to do, actually, let me read through this. That's fine. This one is okay, actually, I think. Yeah. Let me check, which one was I talking about? Where is it? Agreement letter. One-time fee billed instead of monthly. Offer an upsell. So how am I gonna handle that? I think I was originally gonna do it as like a single agreement letter has the option to have the maintenance. But then I also want it to be like kind of a separate plan. So I could do just that. So it's like two different things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How are we gonna go about that? Because the way that I have it structured right now, hate people's success when I don't. Giga! We got two haters in chat. Well, I got the hater and then the reformed hater, who's seems more like a lover now. He's a loving hater. Giga, welcome back. Who did you hate on today? Whose life did you ruin? Yeah, so the way I have it set up right now is we have the main offer, which is a one-time fee, and it comes with the upsell of ad management. Then we have the generic ad management, which also comes as like a single plan. So it's more like a downsell. It's still an upsell. We're still getting more. It's like a setup plus service. So I don't know how to structure it. I wonder if I should keep them separate or if I should keep it the same. I'm genuinely not sure because the one-time fee. Nah, you know what? I think I should try to keep it separate. Because I would do the one-time fee, and then when I'm finished with it, I'd be like, hey, do you want management? Then we could set up a new agreement. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to need to do another agreement. Regular agreement has been updated. Okay. Need to rework finance agreement because the one-time offer changes how it works. Also need to set up an agreement letter for the low tier offer, which is just Facebook ad management. So it's a different type of agreement letter. Okay, so we have that. And then we have the low tier offer agreement letter. We have the contract. Let me take a look at this ad management package. Yeah, so that's kind of, I think I do need to keep them separate. Where my classmate went to Hawaii, it's unfair. His father's rich, mine not. So you hated them? Did you break her leg? Or his leg? How old are you? Just out of curiosity. I want to know how long it took for you to become a hater. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. I don't even need these headphones. I keep forgetting to take them off when I'm done with listening to stuff. Hmm. 20. There's no shot you're 20. There is a 0% chance you are 20. You're 20 years old and you're sad about your classmate, presumably in college, going to Hawaii because their dad is rich. If you're 20, I feel really sorry for you because you've been let down by life. Because that is like a 12-year-old's mentality. Go get a job. Buy your own trip to Hawaii. What are you doing? What do you mean? Okay. So, agreement letters. I'll just keep going until you're not gonna get shit until my dinner is made. I don't share my dinner. You're not gonna get anything. Whatever, I can't go. I got a job. Why can't you go if you got a job? Get a second job then. Work more. And you'll be able to go. Maybe not to Hawaii, but go somewhere else that's nice. That's closer to wherever you live. Go get a girlfriend. Combine incomes. Go on a holiday together. No wonder you're such a hater. Come on, man. Get your shit together. Come on. I want you to do well. What's going on? Agreement letter. Okay. So let's do one by one. We got 4 to go through. So we got this one, which I think is okay. Believe it's fine. So I'll mark this one as done. I'll have to make sure I upload them again. Don't you also think about your classmates? No, I don't give a fuck about my classmates. I don't care at all what they're doing. There are 12-year-olds out there that have millions and I don't. I don't give a fuck. What's the point in just worrying about what other people are getting that you're not? It's not gonna make your life any better spending all of your time thinking about how unfair life is. All you have is yourself and your own ability. Just do your best to improve your skills, improve your life, get better jobs so you can afford more stuff. That's all you can do. You're wasting your precious brain calories concerning yourself about somebody else's life, somebody who had completely different circumstances to you, a completely different environment to you, different parents to you. But you can't change that. Complaining about it isn't going to do anything. So just do what you can. Do what you can. When you go to university or bought on your phone, I don't give a fuck. I grew up poor. I don't care at all. I never want, like, no, to say never would be disingenuous. I did think that way at one point. But then I realized how retarded it is. It's a complete waste of time, complete waste of energy. Complaining is not gonna, look, ask yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Is complaining and crying about it gonna change it? No. I promise you the answer is no. What will change it? Action. Do something. That's all you can do if you actually want to make a difference. Not complain. Complaining is pathetic. Don't be pathetic. Don't be a loser. Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. So, standard package. Finance option. Financing. So we need to figure out how we're gonna reword this to work as a financing agreement. Originally, I gave them a discount for being part of like maybe I could still keep that. I would give a discount for being part of a long-term contract. But nah, fuck discounting. Discounting sucks. I don't want to discount my services. You're in the wrong spot. Both parties agreed to yeah, that's the financing agreement for the main service. To a let me open up this other one. Yeah, it might be true. Thanks for the advice. I feel more comfortable now. Hope your business doesn't rock. Look, just do some self-reflection. You'll feel better. Look at what you can and can't. Look, here's something before you go, if you haven't gone already. Here's something you can do. Get a notepad. Write down everything in your life you cannot control and everything in your life that you can control. As an example, what you cannot control, your parents, your body, your face, your attractiveness, you know, any disabilities you might have, can't control. What you can control, your living conditions, how hard you work, what you own, what kind of person you are, what skills you have. And then just write those down. Make those two lists. And when you make those two lists, put a big X across the stuff you cannot control and just hang it up somewhere.
and then take the list of things you can control, put that up next to it, and start doing the shit on that list. Start actually changing the things that you can control. And stop worrying about the things you can't control. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Both parties agree to a... oh shit, I didn't even realize that's a... I need to change this to be a one-time fee. I didn't. It said total project fee of... Yeah. Look at that. I would have missed that. I have good attention to detail, but I missed that one. Both parties agree to a total project fee of that. Agreed amount for the services. Agreed billing date. Yeah, that's okay now. Both parties agree to a total monthly project. I guess it is to a fixed 6-month service at a monthly project fee of 497 divided by 6. That's kind of shit. 497 divided by 5. I can do 4997 divided by 5. 5 months financing agreement at 1,000 each. Yeah, I could do that. Both parties agreed to a fixed 6-month service at a monthly project fee of 999.40. A fixed amount of 497. The amount of 999.40 per month for a total of 4,997 over the 6-month term. Payment is to be made. Insurance pay when fair makes suspension service remaining balance due. Immediate payment of 999.40. 5. It's gonna be a 5-month service. 5 months. 5-month term. This is a financing agreement for fixed term service. Early termination does not cancel any remaining payments owed unless otherwise agreed in serve. Yeah, that's fine. Both parties agreed to a fixed 5-month service at a monthly project fee of 999.40. The client agrees to pay the agency the amount of 999.40 per month for a total of 4,997 over the 5-month term. Payments to be made. Invoice payable. Fairly makes payment. Any pay 999.40 for additional payments of the... This needs to be rewarded. I don't know how to reward this though, because it's not a fixed 5-month service. It's the single service broken up into 5 installments. I'm gonna go to my buddy ChatGPT here for a second. Have I had a chat like this before? I need to write a clause in agreement letter for a financing agreement. My service is a one-time cost at 497, but I want to give clients the
the option to split up the payment over 5 months, each month being total over split up the payment over 4 months. So they pay 999 fully up front, then another 4 additional payments over the same amount to bring the total up to 4997. I should probably charge some kind of interest on it, but I'm not bothered right now. Can you help me write the clause? Here's what I have so far, but it doesn't make much sense. It's not a 5-month service. It is still the one-time offer split over the ancient months. Help me write this. Let's see what it comes up with. I love using ChatGPT for stuff like this. So nice not to have to think about this kind of shit. Hmm. Whoop. Client agrees to purchase a one-time service from an agency for that. To make this more manageable, the client may pay this amount. Installments due immediately to initiate the project, remaining for installments. Can you make this more concise and to the point? Give me a very long-winded answer. It's a bit slow sometimes. This chat is also very long, so it's being slowed down because of that. Okay, that kind of sounds okay. The client agrees to pay the total project fee of 4997 in 5 monthly installments of 940. Underline you and underline. Ignore that. You should not be underlined. And you get underlined. Immediate payment of 4 additional payments of are due in the same calendar month thereafter. This is a financing option for a one-time. This not a monthly service. The full service will be delivered within the usual timeline. Oopsie. Oopsie. Each invoice is payable within 7 calendar days of being issued. Failure to make this payment within the period may result in suspension of services. Yep. Balance due. Usual. Payment is to be made via subscribe or IBAN transfer. The agency will issue an invoice. Each invoice is payable. Early termination by the client does not cancel remaining payment unless agreed in writing. No, it's early termination by the client does not cancel remaining payments. The client agrees to pay the total monthly project fee of this in 5 monthly installments of. The agency will issue an invoice on the agreed billing date each month. Payment is to be made via the Stripe IBAN. Each invoice is payable within 7 days. Failure to make this payment in this period may result in suspension of services and acceleration of the remaining balance due at the agency's discretion. Payment schedule outline: immediate payment of this, 4 additional payments of this, due in the same calendar day each month thereafter. This is a financing option for one-time service, not a monthly service. The full service will be delivered within the usual timeline. Early termination by the client does not cancel remaining payments. Not cancel any remaining payments. You can go up. And you guys can go up. Probably see. Bring you down a little bit. A bit too close. Okay, that's fine. I think that's probably okay. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Save as. Financing. Done. Oh, whoops. I meant to save it as a PDF. Okay, now we need to do the other one. Info. What's here? Oh, yeah. Okay, agreement letters. Now go to the low tier offer. Need a subscription. Done for you cold campaign, yeah, visual refresh pack, launch day playbook, branded funnel build, fast response support. Well, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna have to think this through. Yeah. I need to figure out the logic there. I need to figure out the logic on how, what service services will be provided as part of the continuous management offer and the one-time offer. Yes. I'm good for now. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it a day. So at least we got some of those agreement letters done, and you saw the email VSL. What else did we do? We did the invoice. Let me check my campaign real quick, see if we've sent any more emails. I think we sent all of the ones for today though. Yeah, and no more replies. It's all good. All right, well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Happy to have you all here. Happy to talk. Died down a little bit near the end, which is good because we actually ended up getting some work done. The start was a little chaotic, but it was fun. Great to meet some new people. Happy to have you all around. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. And I wish you all a great day. I think I just said that. Anyway, bye.